you want to make sure the powder room positively represents, the rest of your house, right? Because a well-designed powder room can elevate the entire feel of your home decor. And that's exactly why I decided to refresh mine. From sprucing up my hardware. I actually did a DIY on the hardware. You got to check it out. I wasn't gonna go buy no new hardware because I know the process and procedure. I know the method in order to refinish my hardware and give it a nice new look, a nice new color, if you will, as opposed to going out purchasing brand new hardware and potentially having to contact a plumber to come over and install it. What I did in this particular refresh, I actually spruced up and refinished and DIY'd my hardware. You gotta check it out. I DIY'd the hardware on the sink. I also DIY'd the little toilet tissue holder, as well as the little ring in the that holds a towel, right? So check out my DIYs, in this particular refresh. I think that hopefully you'll like it. But nevertheless, I got the job done. Oh yeah, the other thing I did was I painted the walls and I also refinished my floors. So, man, I said it was I considered it a mild refresh, and it was because there was no construction involved. Within my budget, I put it like that. But nonetheless, take care. Hope you enjoy the video. It's not that long. I have two versions of the reveal. One reveal has a gold mirror, and the other reveal has a black mirror. So you let me know which mirror you think fits the space better, okay? Let me know that. So take care of yourself. Be right back at you on the next video. Love y'all. Like and subscribe. Peace out. Right, Bing? 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 Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get it. First of all, if you have not done so, I hope you decide to like and subscribe. Of course, if you subscribe, once I upload new content, you'll be able to get a notification. Okay, man, let's go ahead and dive into this, man. This is my powder room. I've been procrastinating starting this refresh, but the day has arrived, and I'm going to go ahead and jump in feet first. So here we go. Right now, I'm just, I'm looking at things and just checking out to see how much work I have to do. It's not a large powder room. I think it's about 6 by 6, the height of about 10 feet height, ceiling height. It's a nice space. It's a very nice space. And I just need to kind of, add some, more personal touches to it. It's kind of bland right now, What I plan on doing today, I'm going to paint the walls. The lighter walls are going to be repainted. The current color on the wall is Repose Gray by Sherwin-Williams. Awesome color, light gray. It's in a flat texture. I'm not going to touch the blue accent wall. That particular wall is done in the color called Midnight, which is a Benjamin Moore color. That's going to remain the way the same color that it currently is. I'm going to be refinishing my floors because the floors are nasty and grimy. As you can see, the grout, we're going to clean the grout. We're going to focus on the grout. We have an outstanding product, grout removal cleaning product that we got from Home Depot. We're going to, and we have a grout brush that we're going to use. And we're going to take care of the floor. In addition to that, the larger, more interesting projects will be the refinishing, DIYing of the sink hardware. My sink hardware. I think we're going to get to the sink in a minute. But, we're going to redo the sink hardware. We're going to change the color of that sink hardware. There it is. We're going to change the color. Currently, it's a brushed nickel, which is beautiful, but it does not go with the decor. The idea I had with regard to how I want the decor, what I want it to look like. I'm going to also paint that towel ring. It's currently black, but getting back to the hardware, we're going to also paint that, DIY it, black, matte black as well. to go along with the color of the towel holder, and also the paper towel holder that you saw a few minutes ago. Now we're also going to DIY the toilet paper, toilet tissue holder. We're going to paint that gold, and of course, again, the towel ring is also going to be gold. So here we go. First thing first, we just clearing out, the bathroom, pulling everything out so we can maneuver and navigate the space. The first project we're going to start on is the hardware. We're going to prep the hardware for painting. First thing you want to do when you're changing out this hardware, and we're going to save some money because we're not buying brand new hardware. We're going to DIY it. So this is a very easy technique, right? The outcome is going to be beautiful. Trust me. So again, I've just now, I'm in the process now, just cleaning everything up, removing all the dust, whatever may be on the surface of the of the hardware. Then you need to rough it up a little bit. You have to remove the shiny texture from the surface. So you want to scratch it up. You want to make sure there's some abrasions, and that's going to allow the primer that we apply to hold onto the metal. Now this primer that we're going to use, it's for metals, it's for woods and other types of surfaces. But this is your first step. The first step is to make sure you kind of rough up this hardware, right? And ideally, you're just gonna wipe it down, make sure there's no granular material on it, and then you're gonna commence to tape everything down. You gotta be very, very, very careful with this, because you got to make sure that you tape it in such a way that no paint gets underneath the tape. So in all the areas that you're taping down, those are areas that you don't want paint. That's a surface that you don't want paint to touch. And as you can see, it takes a little while. You have to take your time, as I stated. But this is what it's going to look like once you've completed taping, placing tape around your hardware in preparation for your for painting. Now, next up, you're gonna need some plastic, of course, because you're gonna again you're gonna be using spray paint. You're gonna be using spray primer and also black spray paint. So therefore, to avoid paint splatter, paint from getting on surfaces that you don't want it on, you're gonna have to cover up the entire area with plastic sheeting. Now this is the same plastic sheeting that you would also use when on your floor when you're painting. In this case, for this project, I'm not gonna put any on the floor. I don't plan on making that big of a mess. So anything any paint I drop, I'll just wipe it up. But around the area, you want to protect the area where you're going to be actually concentrating your paint job. And as you can see, I also take the drain, because you don't want unmatching hardware on your sink. You want to make sure that you tape down all the plastic so that no paint could get underneath either the tape or the plastic. So be sure you do that, right? Be sure you do that. Oh, and make sure that you've gone up underneath the sink and turned the water off. You want to make sure that the water's that's a part of your prep. You got to make sure the water's turned off. Okay. Now, this is the product we're going to be using as our primer. It's the bonding primer. As you can see, I've already applied some. And you're just going to make sure, you put a generous amount to cover the complete surface of your hardware. And this primer is absolutely essential, because otherwise, if you just put the paint on there, that paint is going to come right off because the surface is slick, right? So what the bonding primer does, like primer does if you're painting on any surface, it's going to allow the paint to The primer is going to bond to the metal, to the surface, and the paint is going to bond to the primer. Okay? And you'll have a much more durable surface. Your paint's going to be more durable. Right? Your paint job is going to be more durable. Right? It's going to be less, more scratch resistant. Right? So that's what it's going to look like. We have it all primed up. Okay, so you might want to let it cure for about 35, 40, 45 minutes, somewhere around there. Once it completely dries, then you're ready to apply your paint. In this case, we're going to be using a Behr product spray paint. It's a the Behr black matte spray paint for metals and other surfaces as well. So this is the product we're going to be using. This is going to be our top coat. However, we're going to start off with this right here, this flat protective enamel, just to put a secondary coat of, a more dense, so the surface will be very dense once we're done, very hard and scratch resistant. As you can see, I've already applied some of the flat protective spray paint on the hardware. As you can see, there are no lumps, there's no bubbles, and that's what you want. Because if you have to be careful that you're not too close to the hardware when you're painting it, so you have a nice even spread, and so there won't be any runs. And secondly, I'm doing the same thing over here on the other side to the toilet paper holder. You might ask the question, why didn't you take it off? I could not find the tool to fit the screws. So I said, look, man, we're gonna have to be a little innovative here. So I just followed the same process. Just taped everything down very carefully and spray painted it to ensure, and put plastic on the walls and so forth to make sure that none of the paint got underneath the plastic or the tape. And this is the product I used. I used the gold Rust-Oleum metallic for this particular part of the project. Now it's time to paint. So as you can see, I've started to tape everything up. I like to tape around the edges of the baseboards and so forth, so that I have a nice clean line. I paint a lot. However, I'm not trying to prove anything to myself. I want straight lines, man. I want to do it right the first time. So, I like to go ahead and line everything up. As you can see, I'm going to show you a quick demo of how I go about taping around the edges and putting tape in everywhere that I do not want paint to splatter. On every surface where I do not want paint, you're either going to see tape or plastic. Okay? So yeah, this was a fun job, man. I really, got into this. I was so excited once I finally got started. It didn't take me a whole lot of time. I think the most time I was consumed in taping the trim. And let me say this also: if you're gonna do any taping, always try to use this green frog tape. You're gonna have straight lines after you pull it off, as opposed to using the old light colored painter's tape that folks traditionally use. All that's going to do is any surface you put it on, if it's a painted surface, it's going to pull the paint off, and if it's a painted drywall surface, it's going to pull both the paint and the drywall off. So try to avoid the that tan colored paint like that right there. That's what I'm talking about. Try to avoid that the brown tape. Now, as you can see, I've already taken the tape off of the hardware, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look how smooth it is. Look at that. Now you cannot tell that that's not store-bought and recently installed. I'm really proud of that. Really proud of it. So, that's a job well done, Edward. Job well done. So as you can see, the taping is completed. I've painted everything with the exception of the towel ring, which is up next. So I'm getting ready to proceed with the big job, and that is slinging some paint. So I'm just going to, throw some paint on the wall just to get an idea of the contrast to see how it's going to look. Okay, these are the items I'm going to need for my paint job, of course. I got my paint there. I have my paint tray. I have my paintbrush. And I have my roller. So I'm pretty much ready to get started. Yeah, you can see the contrast in the paint color. And those are two grays. The lighter gray, again, is rose gray. It's more of a cooler gray. And the slate gray, that's a very warm, I think it's a much warmer, of course it's a darker gray, but it's a lot warmer. And it's going to give the right type of vibe that I want to have inside my powder room. Especially, when the lights are just right in there, because, that's one thing about your powder room. Man, you can go bold with the powder room. The powder room really should make a statement, and it definitely should reflect the larger your decorative style, throughout your home. So, pay attention. Do not sleep on the powder room, folks. Okay, hallelujah. As you can see, the painting is completed. The lines are straight. There's a few little areas that I have to touch up on over in the corner. Let me see where are they? Right there. You can see it all the way over to the right. In the corner over there, there's a little white area showing. Other than that, the paint job is done. Right? It's a wrap. And as you can see, that's the end result of the DIYing of the towel holder. Look how beautiful that is. That was black, don't forget. And look at the hardware. That was nickel, brushed nickel. Don't forget. Easy technique. You do not have to go out and buy new hardware, and either for your sink faucets or for your kitchen faucets. You can DIY them yourself. Come back to this video and check out how I proceeded from start to finish. In fact, I'll probably do a separate video exclusively showcasing how to go about transforming your kitchen and bathroom hardware. Okay, now the final frontier is the floor. We need to tackle this floor. I've already mopped the floor. And I'm going to put a little bit more water on it, and then I'm going to, get down on my hands and knees, man, and get busy cleaning this grout. Because if you look closely at the floor, you can see how dirty and soiled the grout lines are. That's what we need to clean. It's very unsightly at this point, And again, you couldn't see the floor, but the floor does not, it has a dull appearance. There's no shine on it whatsoever. All right, so we're going to fix that. Okay, here are my tools I'm going to need to perform the floor refinishing process. I got my knee pads. That's my grout removing solution, or my grout cleaner, rather. And to make the job just that much easier, I also have my handy grout brush. You got to have that grout brush. And trust me, a toothbrush is not going to do it. And after we finish applying or cleaning the grout, that's when we're going to apply our wet look sealer. And what's great about this product is that it can be used on the interior of your home or the exterior of your home. So there's no real hazards involved with you using this product inside. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna pour it in that and pour some of the solution, the sealer inside the paint pan, and we're gonna get busy. Okay. First and foremost, if you have gloves, it's a good idea to get them. Use gloves anytime you use any chemicals. Just so happen I have one glove left, and I'm gonna use this one glove for this particular portion of the job. And all you're gonna do is you're just gonna spray that grout cleaner inside the grout, inside, onto the grout itself, and you're just gonna start scrubbing inside the grout grooves. You're just gonna start scrubbing. Now, after I finish with this, I don't know if I recorded me actually getting the damp mop and going over the floor, cleaning all the grout cleaner residues off of the surface of the floor. Yeah, once look how nice that looks. Don't that look nice? Does that not look nice? Yeah. So now, I don't believe I videoed me doing this, but I went ahead and damp mopped the floor, removed all the grout remover, cleaning residue off, and now I'm applying my first coat of the high gloss sealer, right? Which is going to keep the grout looking beautiful for an extended period of time. I like to get a paintbrush and just go along around the edges of the floor, right? So as to avoid the rolling. If I use the roller, of course, the roller would touch the baseboard. I want to try to keep the sealer off of the baseboard. And I think I put about 2 coats on, and it takes about before you step on the floor, you want to give it probably about an hour to fully cure. And oh, by the way, we're getting close to the end, and stay tuned for this reveal. I have 2 versions of the reveal. One includes a gold framed mirror, and the other one a black framed mirror. So take a look at each one of them and tell me which one you like the best. I think I'm going to go with the black trimmed mirror as opposed to the gold, but I'm curious as to what your opinion is. Please leave your thoughts, your suggestions in the comments. In the meantime, I've enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and happy refreshing. Take care, y'all. Bye.